Got a new team of activists, that what these people are, of course, who do their marketing, their PR, you know, the sort of thing. We're talking, of course, about Meghan Markle, who can't hold on to staff. Seemingly she slips through like, you know, of course, you're draining off broccoli in a colander. Nobody sticks around for long because they can't stomach it. Diva in Dutchess and high heels and all that. And it's been, hasn't it, time and time again, proven by the fact that none of these stories have ever been refuted. For instance, you know, by Vanity Fair, for instance, by the Hollywood Reporter. What happens though is Meghan Markle and her team basically say they're baseless without foundation, but quick to jump on her own father, of course, when she literally put that letter together knowing full well that this could end up in the media. When it retracts back and it's about her, no, they're just baseless. You know, she's not interested in any of that. And of course, things like South Park are just bullies. You get the picture. But behind the scenes, I can tell you that Meghan and her team are very keen to make sure that they still make a splash in royal circles. As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you, chums. And by the way, thank you for your lovely support regarding the recent video of course, Queen Victoria and Charles Dickens. Yeah, I like you. I'm fascinated by things like that because it's the meeting of two icons that become in history. And of course, at that point, they can never really, well, maybe Queen Victoria would have known she would have become iconic because of who she is. But Charles Dickens, popular, but would probably never have thought years down the line, a little bit like Agatha Christie and Enid Blyton, that people would still be enjoying their wonderful words and prose for years to come and having readaptations made for television and things like that. You know, you just would never know it, would you? Lovely story as ever. If you haven't checked it out, please do check it out. They're always fun to make and share with you. And as I say, they're free, exclusive and first. Yes. Now back to your royal story of the day. Days away from Meghan Markle leaking out her wine, of course, the wine that she's probably, as ever, allegedly had zero to do with. They're just slapping on a label and saying, oh, it's Meghan's wine. Now, according to the source who works with Meghan, you see, apparently you're not buying whether she's that into it or whatever. You're buying the experience of sharing something that Meghan, you know, likes. No. So as I said, when she's stirring the pots of jam in the kitchen, you know, like a modern day Mrs. Bridges, we're supposed to believe that Meghan's chopped the raspberries up or the plums or the strawberries and she's whacking them all into a bowl because she's making pots for you. And as she pointed out in that recent interview with Emma, do you remember that? And she said, you know, I just want to make moments of wonderfulness, you know, that sort of thing. And apparently people were calling her saying, I don't know what it is, but your jam just brings me so much joy. When I open my pot of Little jam, I have to say I like it, but I'm not thinking this is bringing me joy. I'm thinking, let's get it slapped on and let's have the toast. You know what I'm saying? That's the deal. Now, according to a very well-placed source, they want to infiltrate certain things. And with Meghan and her wine, they feel that this is the most prominent thing that they can do. You see, as we know, in a couple of weeks' time, Buckingham Palace opens to the public again, right? And this is a wonderful opportunity to have a sneak peek into the world of Buckingham Palace and exactly how that particular thing operates. I've done it many times myself, filmed there, met a lot of the curators, wonderful stuff. However, they see this, and as ever I have to say allegedly, as an opportunity to sneak in some of the brand products and utilise that for social media purposes. The same social media that Prince Harry said is terrible, toxic and we should all move away. You get the picture. Now, the idea is to get some pots of jam and when they're having their scones and stuff in the cafe, take a picture of it and upload that so it can be, oh, we've replaced that jam with Meghan's jam because we love it so much. We've replaced the Buckingham Palace Prosecco or whatever that is, chilled wine, with Meghan's wine because we love it so much. Now, Buckingham Palace have a very stringent sort of security thing when you go in, you know, so everything has to be checked. So really, I would find this very hard for somebody to do. But this is the latest marketing idea that the disruptors, the new team, as ever, allegedly behind the scenes, are trying to infiltrate. Now, I've exposed it, so of course you will know it, and everybody else now will know it. But the idea is to make sure that Meghan, you know, literally on a hot sunny day in the Calf Bar area of Buckingham Palace, well, her branding, well, it's because people love her. She brings them so much joy. And that's the reason why they couldn't even go out to Buckingham Palace without sneaking in a bottle of Meghan's latest, well, plonk, wine, vinegar, whatever you want to call it. And that is exactly their latest marketing plan. Neil Shaw, Kensington, London.